I've been searching through my, let's face it, extensive pattern stash and pulling out patterns that are great for my scrap busting journey. So I've got a huge pile of them over here. Let's have a look what I'm planning on using from my pattern stash to work on my scrap busting ideas this year. Hi there, I'm Christine the Gemini Stitcher, and I can't say welcome to my sewing space because I'm tucked in a corner of the lounge today. The reason being, I've been doing my tree of life. Yes, I'm chipping away at it, but the sewing space, which is just through there, is a little bit of a mess. But it's an organised chaos, if you know what I mean. And I've got the template all spread out on my cutting table, bits of fabric all in piles everywhere to get it done, and I didn't want to tidy it up because it would have taken me ages to reorganise it again. So I hope you don't mind. We're in a different location, but that's okay because we're just going to go through all the patterns in my stash that I can use for my scrap busting in 2026. So grab yourself a brew, or as somebody had on Monday, a cheeky pina colada, and let's look through the patterns together. Now these are in no particular order, they're as I've pulled them out. And the first one, oh yeah, this one could really work. It is the June on top or sweater from Anna Rose Patterns. Now I'll pop an image up here so that you can see it a little bit better. This pattern is a t-shirt or a sweatshirt, and it's got panels at the front, which is why I thought reasonably sized jersey scraps could work for this, probably as a t-shirt. You could do the cable in one colour, one side of the cable in another colour, and then a bigger scrap for the other side of the front. And then the back, which is normally all one piece, you could mirror it on the back and do the same on the back, or use different colours, go really crazy. So yeah, that is one of my tops that I probably or possibly will scrap bust with this year. Pattern 2 is one that I've been working on recently, and it is the rowy top from Style Arc Patterns. Now the sleeveless version of this takes less than a metre of fabric, so you could say it's a scrap buster. It's a large scrap buster, but still scrap busting. So the sleeveless version of the rowy top will go in my pile for my larger jersey scraps. This is an oldie but goodie that I've had for a long time, not made any for a while, so it's going in my scrap busting pile, and it's the Salto top from Maison Fauve Patterns. Now the Salto uses hardly any fabric at all. It's a woven one, this one, and you can do the top, straps and yoke and underarms in one fabric, and then the front you could do in two different fabrics because it's got a button down front, and the back in a different fabric, make it really jazzy. So the Salto is going to be a good one for woven scraps. Next up is a bag. It's still in its cellophane wrapper, never been used, so this is chipping away at my unused pattern pile as well. And it's the, I'll put an image up because it's in plastic, it's shining, so it's the Maker's Tote from Noodlehead. This is going to be one that I'm definitely going to try and make this year. The one that's got all the stripes down is scrap fabric all sewn together and then quilted. So a brilliant one for small scraps and you're going to get a decent sized bag out of it. Inside the maker's tote, there are all different compartments, as you can probably guess, for the creatives amongst us. And I think it's going to be a great bag to take out and about on socials and even on sewing retreats. So the maker's tote is definitely on my radar and definitely going to be a scrap buster this year. Next up is a makeup bag. Sounds a bit boring, but it's a by Annie makeup bag, so it's definitely not boring. It's the open wide bag, and it comes in 3 different sizes, and you can do the different sections on the front and back in different fabrics. So definitely the smaller one will work for scrap busting. I want a really nice makeup bag or tidy bag for my morning and evening moisturising routine. Yes, I'm 60. I need to get on top of it. I've recently been introduced by the lovely Sharon, who bought it me as a Christmas present, the Temple Spa products, and they are gorgeous. And I want a bag or hold all to put all the Temple Spa products in, keep them all together. Then they're there to grab in the morning and in the evening, and hopefully I'll stick to my routine. I've been doing it since Christmas and my skin feels so much better. So yeah, want to make one of the by Annie open wide bags, the smallest one, I think, to keep those products in, because they're special products and they deserve a special bag. Next up is a top I've not made for at least 2 years. I don't think I've ever made one since I started vlogging, and I love it. It's the Bronte top from Jennifer Lauren, and it's got a really interesting front, shoulder and neckline construction, and because of that it really does lend itself to colour blocking without being in your face colour blocking. I'm not really mad keen on the mixy matchy, throw everything together and come out with a t-shirt or top. I like them to be, I like my tops to look like they're meant to be like that, not like I've pulled a load of scraps out of a bin and made a top. So the Bronte top could be done in 2 different fabrics, the top bit in one fabric and then the front in another fabric, and the back the same as the shoulders, because obviously that's coming forward from the back. Doesn't use a lot of fabric, so maybe I can get some large jersey scraps this year and get the Bronte top made up. The next one is one we all know, and it's the Acacia Knickers from Megan Nielsen. It's a free pattern. I've made these before. Brilliant scrap busting idea. I have got a Sinclair pattern that I paid for to make knickers with this year because it's got a nice central panel on it, and I thought they might be a better fit because they do different height ranges as well. But the Acacia Knickers work really well, and we'll probably still make some more of these this year. Another bag. There's going to be a lot of bags, isn't there? Because bags are great for scrap busting. And this one is the Toulouse bag from Country Cow Designs. Now, the Toulouse isn't an it's a pay for pattern, but I believe it's about the £5 mark because it's one of their introduction to bag making bags. Love the Toulouse, made one last year, used it loads. So when I've got some decent sized scraps that are suitable for a bag, I reckon I could do 3 different fabrics that are scraps will make the Toulouse. It doesn't take a lot. I love the angled zip detail on the front. That splits the bag in half if you like, and then it's got the side panels So it's all very well constructed and great for scrap busting. Next up is a jacket, and it's the Wildwood jacket from Helen's Closet. I want to try and do a patchwork jacket. So I'm going to use all the fabrics that I've been sewing with that are suitable, and I'm going to make myself a memory jacket. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be towards the end of the year, but I'm going to cut up small size squares, all the same size, keep it simple, and I'm going to join them all together to make the Wildwood jacket. So watch this space and let's see if I do enough woven sewing to make this jacket. Next up is a free t-shirt pattern. Yes, I said free. And it is the Miranda tee from Tiana's Closet. Now, the Miranda can be colour blocked because it's got a separate panel at the top. I've made this loads, love the fit of it, love the gathers on the top, because being a little bit booby, it gives it a little bit more room around the old ladies. And it's going to be a good scrap busting one because you can do it in 2 or 3 different colours of jersey. So that is definitely going in my jersey scrap busting pile. Next we've got another t-shirt. This one is a paid for t-shirt, but it's from Ellie and Mac, so it's not going to break the bank. And it's their GOT, which is a brilliant scrap busting one. I've made this once, absolutely loved it, wanted to make more, but never did. So, you know, on my radar for this year, and great scrap busting because you can use different colours. Where that V is at the front, the bottom one drops just below the boobs, and it just, because it's like got angles on it, and is it a chevron? It seems to slim you down even though it's quite a fitted t-shirt. So you can use 1, 2, 3, 4 different colours of jersey on this. Now, obviously, being me, I don't like them clashing too much, so I'm going to save my jersey scraps that are big enough, and then when we get to the summer, I can see if I've got enough that go together to make the GOT. The next one is a top that I fell in love with in 2025. And it's the Archipel top from Italia Scammit. This top is beautiful. The construction's absolutely bob on. There are no seams. It's a fully lined top, so you need to bear that in mind if you're using it for scrap busting, but uses very little fabric because it's got the buttons down the front or the back. You can do it two-tone as well to get those woven scraps, and it's great for lightweight woven scraps, so that is definitely one to put in the scrap busting pile. This next one is a top that uses jerseys and woven fabrics, and it's a free pattern if you join my Handmade Wardrobes Weekend Sewing Club. I'm an ambassador, so of course I'm going to love it, but this is a brilliant way of combining jerseys and woven scraps. I made about 2 or 3 of them last year, and it's definitely in my pile to scrap bust this year as well. Next up is another bag. It's one that I made for when I went to Barcelona. It uses hardly any fabric at all, and it's the mini travel pouch. So brilliant scrap busting, great for canvases. You could even quilt some of your lighter weight cotton fabrics and use them. You can put some Decaville ironed on it to give them a little bit more structure if you want. It's got lots of different pockets on it. It hangs really well around the front of your body, and definitely a bag scrap buster. Another bag that I've made one of this year, and definitely want to make more, is the Brancaster Messenger bag by Charlie's Aunt. It's just such a stunning vintagey style bag. It's perfect size for me. Great scrap busting because you can do it two-tone and it doesn't use an awful lot of fabric. So when I've made a garment or an outfit and I've got bits of scraps from all the, say, 3 or 4 garments, I'm going to combine them all together. I'm going to make a matching bag for every outfit that I can. And the bag is going to be the Brancaster. These are all bags now. So the next one I've never made again. It's in my naughty not made drawer. And it's the Sandhill Tote from Noodlehead Patterns. How stunning is that, and cute. A cute little backpack that can be worn on the back or the front. Because it's small, it doesn't take a lot of fabric. Great for your scrap canvas fabrics. And I've got some cream and rust canvas in my scrap bin already that I've earmarked to make one of these. So a great little bag for taking out for me when I'm dog walking. And yeah, just really want to make one of these. So watch this space. There's just 2 more patterns. The first one is a by Annie. Well, they're both by Annie actually. Never been used, naughty me. And the first one is a computer carrier bag. Now, this is going to be made for my laptop. I did make one where I repurposed an old jacket last year, but it's got a bit battered if I'm honest, and it was just thrown together. So I want to make a really nice laptop case for my laptop that I do take out and about quite a lot, and I'm going to use the computer carrier netbook bag from by Annie, and I'm going to try and do it with my cotton woven scraps. The last bag is a sewing related bag or a knitting or a crochet, great for people who do crochet, and it's called the Case in Point Needle Arts Case. It's a by Annie bag, and yet again can be used for scraps. It's got lots of customizable pockets inside it, and a great one for taking on retreats and to socials. So there we go. Don't know how many patterns that was. I'll count them up and flash the number up here. But yeah, quite a few patterns that I've got in my stash already that I can use for scrap busting. So I hope it's given you some inspiration for your journey in 2026. Are you scrap busting along with me? Or do you just like some of those patterns and want to give them a try? I hope I've given you some inspiration. If you're new to my channel, I would love it if you would subscribe. I've got just over 5,000 subscribers, so we're clawing our way up to the 6,000 mark this year, and it would be amazing if we could reach that milestone together. So if you've enjoyed what you've seen and you want to see more, I'm going to be doing a lot of scrap busting this year. I've got some collabs planned and lots of other interesting vlogs, not just me sitting here talking about patterns and sewing. So stick around, subscribe, and I will see you all on Monday, where we're going to have a look at what I've made this week in the sewing room. So take care, happy sewing, and I will see you Monday. Bye guys.